Plus 59. Check tight, check tight, check tight.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Prescott on first down. And this one complete to Reed. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Under 10, under 10. We're going to 53.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On second and very short, Prescott is going to fire this thing deep right, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. As his guys are in for 6, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, good move. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now Gordon on first down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 39. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Got his man. It's Williams. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They'll set up a throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, but it'll be 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route-running ability.
Point after, right down the middle. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we are tied at 7. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10.
Switch.
On first down, they'll start out with Mack. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. Quick throw here to Hilton. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. And he's got his man Hilton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
First down, Colts.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, kill. 27. We're going to 54.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mack. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. We're going to 53.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Silver. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line in. Go to 54. Line in.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Work. 44 to Mike. 40. Gun. Too little. 44. Mike. 44. Kill. I got you. Tight dog. 26.
Now Mack. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here we go. Go right in. 59. I'm going to run you over. Check. Here we go. 46. 26.
On 2nd down and 4. Prescott into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Here we go.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go. Kill. Big stuff. Let's go. Slam. Check 4. Check 3. Here we go. Go to 54. Line in. 44 to Mike. Hey, 47. 46.
They'll run here with Mack. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Colts have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
2nd and 5. Flushed out right. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, it was definitely an or not.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
On first down, Mack. He's got the first down here inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here we go. Mike's 59. Let's go, D. Let's go. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
They'll run with Mack. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
We're going to 54. We go 46.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
36. 26. He's coming. We got double up. Here we go, 46.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back.
Mike 54. Yeah. You don't want none.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
It's our field.
They'll look to throw. And Diggs has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Let's go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And it's a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and, in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 13-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, Tack. Let's go. We got this. We got this. There we go. Two. 44.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Looking deep for Hilton. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
It's been a long day for you. Shift.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. To return is Taylor. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Charger drive about to get going. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, yeah, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make, because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 83 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Check. Crunch.
Prescott to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. He's still having trouble moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, so much for halftime adjustment. Sometimes the best adjustment you make is no adjustment. You just do things better. But in this case, I think an adjustment was in order. They may have to change up and start throwing the ball around a little bit more.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, 54 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. Good yardage there for the Colts, 18 and a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott, and he whips that one incomplete there.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, kill! 47. Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike's 49. 46.
Prescott from the gun. He's got it to Hilton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 43.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better. Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking.